In this video, we'll share some ideas on how to promote reflective thinking in the classroom. Reflective thinking is carefully examining thoughts, actions, and experiences to gain deeper insight and understanding. It involves questioning your assumptions, analyzing outcomes, and learning from successes and mistakes. Teaching students reflective thinking is essential because it helps them develop critical self-awareness and problem-solving skills. Regularly reflecting on their learning and experiences makes students more effective decision makers, better at adapting strategies for future challenges, and more prepared for lifelong learning. In addition, it promotes self-awareness and empathy, helping people understand their own emotions and those of others. One way to incorporate reflective thinking into your classroom is with the 10-2 strategy. The 10-2, otherwise known as chunk and chew, is a strategy used to break up direct instruction into short sessions and to provide multiple opportunities for students to process the new information. Research shows that our attention tends to wander after about 10 minutes. Keeping this in mind, we should teach for no more than 10 minutes before pausing to provide time for students to think, discuss, or take notes. A good rule of thumb is to give around 2 minutes of processing time for every 10 minutes of instruction. Before teaching a lesson, plan out the instruction in short sessions that are no more than 10 minutes long. Think about the portions of the lesson that should be taught together and when there's a natural break or change of subject. For each break, think about a prompt that could be used to support students in processing that portion of the lesson. Write down your 10-2 prompt on the chart or on the back of a visual that you will use during your lesson. To increase rigor, utilize various question stems referencing different knowledge levels in your prompts. Ask students to recall presented information and include more complicated tasks like comparing, predicting, analyzing, and proving. Another way to easily incorporate reflective thinking into your classroom is with learning logs. Learning logs are a note-taking tool that provide time for the students to reflect on their learning and make connections to past experiences. Learning logs are usually created with blank white paper. This allows students to sketch or write freely, making meaning of previously presented information. After teaching a lesson, model note-taking in a learning log. To maximize the effectiveness of this strategy, think aloud as you model, showing students how you incorporate your previous knowledge, experiences, and your wonderings about the topic. Give students blank paper and 5 to 10 minutes to create their learning logs. Let's watch this in the classroom. When I say the signal word geometrician, I want you to turn to your partner and I want you to think about what's 2 times 3.14 and how do you know? Our signal word is geometrician, and geometrician is an expert in the study of geometry. So everyone say that with me. Geometrician, an expert in the study of geometry. So let's get back to this problem here. 2 times 3.14.
I took away the decimal. Like I moved it over to behind the 4.
Okay.
And that made it into 314, and then I multiplied it by 2, and then I got 628, and then I moved the decimal back. Since there's 2 decimals, like the numbers behind the decimal, I moved it to where there was 2 numbers behind it.
Awesome. I heard a lot of great thinking. We know that if we multiply 2 times 3, what does that give us? 6, and if we multiply 14 times 2, what does that give us? 28. So yes, our answer is 6.28. And now we might need a little bit of help. We're going to multiply 6.28 by 20.5. And for this one, just to speed up, we are going to use a calculator. We could do this by hand too. But if I use a calculator, what would I put in?
6.28.
6.28 times 20.5. And what does that give us? Will you read that to me?
128.74.
128.74. So that is our circumference. So C is equal to, read it with me, 128.74. And how are we measuring this? By feet. When I say the signal word geometrician, turn and tell the person next to you, what have we learned so far about the Leaning Tower of Pisa? What's some of the math problems we've solved so far? And maybe make a prediction, what are we going to be learning tomorrow about this shape? Our signal word is geometrician. Say it with me. Geometrician is an expert in the study of geometry. Great job. So as I mentioned, there are several things that we can study mathematically about world icons. So these are some of the things that we've studied so far, the shape and description and the perimeter circumference. Tomorrow we'll continue on with some other math problems related to this structure. But now it's time to take some notes. We're going to take some notes in our learning log. When I say the signal word geometrician, you're going to make a good decision and go back to your desks. When you go back to your desk, you're gonna start working on your learning log, and make sure in your learning log you are recording the information that's important for you to remember, but you're also making some personal connections. What is this making you think about? Our signal word is geometrician. Say it with me. Geometrician is an expert in the study of geometry. Reflective thinking enriches individual learning and contributes to more thoughtful, adaptive, and innovative communities in a rapidly evolving world. As this video finishes, take a moment to reflect on the following. How will you promote reflective thinking in your classroom?